Well folks, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm back at camp. It's my little happy place. I'm so pleased to be here. It's been such a long time since I've actually last been here. Been away sort of doing kayaking trips and wild camping trips, etc. over the last week while, but it's been really good fun. But when it comes to the actual camp itself, it's just my little happy place. So really pleased to be here. Very much a chill out video today. It's going to be a case of I'm going to be doing a bit of building. Going to put an actual wall around the actual, or a wee fire pit wall around the actual fire pit, just to actually make it that the little bit of ambient light and also retain a little bit of heat when it comes to winter camping. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be getting the place ready for actual winter camping, because again it's sort of my favourite time of the year for getting out into the actual forest. So I'm going to be getting the actual roof done again and a bit more moss on it. So I might not do that in this particular video, but we'll see how we go. So I'll show you in a wee minute what I'm planning on actually doing. After that I'm going to be having a bit of fajitas for lunch and brewing up a bit of coffee. So really looking forward to it. Okay, so please join me for a wee bit of fun and a bit of a chill out. So what I've noticed a few times now is the times I've actually stayed here overnight, I use a twig stove down at the lower camp as opposed to an actual open fire. But I may very well, as I said, be doing that in the winter, so I'm going to see how we go. But basically with that, I'm losing so much off the actual light from the actual fire just into the sort of darkness, as well as there's no real sort of heat rebound from it. Now again, obviously with a twig stove it's a slightly different story, but I'll show you just now. So the plan is to actually put a wall on all three sides, so basically one across the actual back there and then across there, and the same thing on the actual other side, just so it'll hopefully actually retain a little bit of the actual heat, but it's more the ambient light than anything, I suppose. Because again, now that I've actually got the Pioneer chair, it's really nice actually just sort of sitting there at night watching the stars and that, so having that actual bit around the fire pit will hopefully make a bit of a difference. Beautiful day today, really nice, apart from the midges. So hopefully they're not going to ruin things again. The last few videos have just been horrendous with the amount of midges. So they are out today, but I'm completely and utterly covered in smudge. So hopefully going to be okay. So I'm just going to head off up into the woods just now and start getting the resources for the project. Now sometimes on situations like this where I've got this to carry back quite a bit of distance, so I'll just actually use the trees so you can see it. Just to actually clear as many off the branches as possible. And from the point of view of carrying that back, it just makes it a lot easier. Well, that's me got all the resources back to camp, but that was actually a lot harder than I actually thought it was going to be. It's quite amazing how much actual energy you use when you are sort of traipsing back up and down, because it's a case of I can manage to sort of take 3 or 4 logs down at a time. But if I am trying to get anything more down, it's like multiple trips. That was like 4 trips back up into the forest and back down again, up and back down again. So it really takes it out of you. So it's really good for fitness, because I have sort of noticed it's been dropping over the last few while. So get back into the woods and get back into the fitness again. So I'm actually boiling, I'm absolutely boiling. So I'm going to sit here, try and chill for a wee bit. And then I'm actually just going to get all the wood prepped and get the fire pit actually started. Prior to me actually starting it, I will sort of show you exactly what I'm planning on doing. But as I said, I'm just going to sit here and try and cool down for a wee bit. So I'm going to try and put this a little bit further on. Just so I can actually get the back one just actually set up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I've pre-cut a stick just so that I know what sort of length I'm actually looking for, so just everything's all the same length. Okay, so what I'll do just now is I'm actually just going to put them in, just so I can actually put the back stick in there as well, just so I actually know the exact length. I'm getting nailed by midges. I don't know if you can see them swarming all over the place. So I'm going to get dinner on reasonably soon as well. So, okay, just get these in. Bit of a pain because I'm obviously restricted by the actual thing, but the tripod's really handy and it is in the right place, so I can't really move it around. So that's the back wall. There we go. Now time to try it out. So time for some well-earned coffee. I'm absolutely knackered. So it's been absolutely ages since I last actually ground some coffee myself, so gonna go for it today. Just that taste is just so much better. Unfortunately, it's not an overnighter tonight, so I'm going to have to be conscious of time. So, going to get the coffee on, then get the fajitas on, have a bit of late lunch. I said it's more to start getting the resources. It just takes so much time to actually get up in the hills and back down, and up in the hills and back down. But it got there, so really pleased with it. It'll be really nice. It'll make a big difference when it comes to the actual first overnighter. Like I said, just having a wee bit of that ambient light. Okay, so as I said, I'm just going to carry on with this, get the coffee on, and then get cooking. Well, what can I say? In one of the other videos I actually got criticised for the way I cut my onions, and when I was actually just cutting it there I was like, I can actually see their point. What I'm not as a chef, what I'm not as a cook, it's basically just a case of I get them in the pan and that's it. It doesn't have to be pretty more than anything else, so as long as it tastes good. So let's see what it's like. I always find tortillas just so actually hard to eat and sort of hold, but we'll see how we go. Nice. And much needed. But I'm really pleased with the fire pit. I think that's going to make a massive difference. So really nice. And again, same as that last video where wherever I sit the smoke goes. So I do apologise. So I'm just going to sit here, finish my lunch, have it, finish off my coffee and that, and then I'll get back with you. Well, what can I say, folks? That's been an absolutely epic day. Now, this is generally my sort of favourite time of the actual night, just when I'm actually sort of settling down for an overnighter, but it's just lovely. But shame I can't do one this week, but I'll hopefully get out reasonably soon. But it's more just the fact that the birds are sort of settling down, calling away. The sun's sort of getting a wee bit on the low side. Rather than seeing my ugly mug, I'm going to turn it around so you get a chance to see this. And there's the camp itself. I said earlier on, I think I started off saying at the very start, this is definitely my happy place. And hopefully I try and sort of get that put across in the actual video, so you maybe actually sort of get a wee chance to sort of feel it at the same time. But I'm going to show you the actual fire pit and just what I've been doing today, just so you can actually sort of get an idea as to why I've done it. So the fire pit itself has been really good. Again, I've got that sort of the triangle over it just so that I've actually got like a hanging pot for the actual coffee percolator, etc, etc. But it's more a case of just at night it'll be really nice just having that wee bit of ambient light sort of reflecting off, and again a wee bit of sort of protection from the sides from sparks and that. But it's really nice, just that Pioneer chair just sort of sat there, just sort of completely and utterly chilling out. And then the actual shelter there. But as I said, the one thing I'm going to need to do next time I sort of come, just to sort of show you, there's a few wee sort of gaps in the actual side there, just where the moss is sort of fallen down, so I need to do a wee bit of re-roofing. Okay, well I've unfortunately come to that part of the day where it's time to pack up and head. But thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and it's been an exciting one. But I just can't believe I haven't been out here for so many weeks. It's been great going out and doing the wild camping and all that sort of things as well, but this place is just special to me. So thanks very much for watching. Take care and we'll see you in the next video.